All right, Shalom. First and foremost, before I start this lesson, all praises, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rachakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well and taught us his truth. Shalom and salutations unto the brothers pushing his word in truth and in sincerity. Shalom. And in this lesson, man, I want to be going over the curses, man. All right, going over the curses that are upon the Israelites, and the Israelites consists of the so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans. All right, we are the Israelites of the Bible, and we are a nation that the Lord has chosen to be, close with Him. All right, the Lord is dealing with the nation of Israel. All right, and because of our disobedience, all right, because our people went off, and the majority of our people still going off to this day. All right, worshiping these other gods, following the customs and the ways and the gods and the idols of these heathen nations. All right, hey, what you're doing right there is you're pissing off the Lord, man. Okay, and by pissing off the Lord, right, the Lord put these curses on us, man. All right, and we're gonna read about it in the book of Deuteronomy 28. All right, and from the first verse to the 15th verse, it talks about the blessings, man. All right, well, what would happen if we would follow the Lord? All right, with all of our heart. All right, and matter of fact, let's just start at the first verse, man. All right, Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1, and it says, "And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, Yahweh thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that Yahweh thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth." All right. And hey, man, you could read all the way down to the 14th, 15th verse. And then it talks about all the blessings that will come upon our people for doing so, man. For being, for hearkening diligently unto the Lord, man. For following his ways. All right. But when you go down to the 15th verse, let's read it. All right. It talks about the curses that will come upon us for not hearkening diligently unto the Lord, for not following his ways, for worshiping these false gods and these idols, and following the ways of these heathens, man. It says, verse 15, "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee." Okay, so, and that's exactly, hey, you could read from the 16th verse, Salakia, from the 16th verse unto the last verse of this chapter, man. It talks about all the curses that will come upon Jake, man. All right, and what, man, part of those curses is not having rest here, man. All right, not having rest here, man. Not letting the soles of our feet have rest here, man. Why? Because the Lord is cursing us, and rightfully so. All right, because right now the Lord has his indignation resting upon the nation of Israel, and when you go into that word indignation, all right, it goes into a righteous anger. So the Lord is righteously, punishing us, man. He's righteously cursing us, man. All right. And matter of fact, hey, we deserve way, way more punishable judgments upon us, man. All right. Matter of fact, it's even, mercy, compassion from the Lord that we're not living, like the hardcore, slavery times, man. You could tell, you could have that sense that the Lord is having mercy on the nation of Israel. He's having a little bit more mercy on us, man. But guess what? Those curses are still upon us until Yahweh Shai cracks through those clouds, all right, and saves first and foremost the elect on this side, all right, and will raise up the rest of the nation of Israel on the other side, which the other side is what? The kingdom of Yashar Allah, man. The kingdom of Yahweh Shai, man. All right. But for now, until the Lord comes back and cracks through those clouds, we're gonna be under these curses, man. All right. And hey, man, the reason I'm doing this lesson, all right, the Spirit inspired me to do this lesson was because long story short, I was at a restaurant picking up some food. All right, it was a fast food restaurant for I was doing some deliveries for my side job, and there was this Israelite woman. She was on the phone, and she was complaining and just stressing out like crazy, and after she got off the phone, hey, I was right next to her, and she told me, she said, she basically along the lines of, basically, she booked this, 3-night hotel, she's supposed to be having this, nice little 3 nights out, enjoying her stays and, getting good rest. But here it is, all of a sudden, she's having, family problems. A relative is in the hospital. Now she has to go visit that person. Some shit's going on at the house. Some financial issues just rose up out of nowhere. And it all came down to her at once, man. And in my mind, we of course, us in this truth, we filter everything through the scriptures, man. And we know the reason why, man. Why? It's because, hey, you Israelites, all right, you men and you women, all right, hey, we are going through these curses, and we're not going to be fully at rest here until the Lord comes back and cracks through those clouds, man. All right, that's why you're getting fucked up. That's why life is not going the way you want it to, man. That's why your car keep fucking up on you, man. All right, that's why you're having financial issues. That's why you're having those ailments, those diseases, man. All right. It's why, because we're under these curses, man. All right, hey, you look at these other heathens, and they don't be having the problems like Israelites do, man. Hey, matter of fact, shit seems to be falling in place for these heathens, man. Everything just seems to be going good, man. Okay? Why is that? Because we as the Israelites are under these curses, man. Okay? And especially Esau, you look at Esau, hey, he's enjoying the fatness of the earth right now, man. But why is that? That's because of Bible prophecy, man. All right? Going back to Esau receiving that blessing for the fatness of the earth. All right? But we know that it's only temporal, man. All right? We know that this wicked place is only temporal. All right? So let's grab this Micah 2:10. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest." I'm going to read that part one more time. "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest." What does it mean by this? It's talking about this kingdom. It's talking about this side, man. On this side. It says it's not your rest, man. And it says to depart. And how do we depart from this place, man? And we depart spiritually and mentally first, man. All right? And we change our ways, man. All right? We stop, following the ways of these heathens, man. We stop following and worshiping their gods. Hey, that's the reason why we're in this position in the first fucking place, man. It's because we went off and we pissed off the Lord, and now the Lord is his indignation is resting upon the nation of Israel right now, man. All right. Matter of fact, let's go to Amos. chapter 3 and verse 1, it says, hear this word that the Lord Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. And what does it mean by the families of the earth? It's talking about the nations of this earth, man. All right. It says, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. All right, so this is the Lord is dealing with the nation of Israel, man. All right, you see, the Most High God Yahweh, in the name of His Son Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, is punishing the nation of Israel. All right, just like a father punishes his son for doing something he's not supposed to be doing, man. All right. Hey, if you really want your son to learn and understand and to not repeat those same mistakes, hey, you're gonna whip his ass, man. You're gonna give him a punishment, man. And that's what the Lord is doing with the nation of Israel. Okay. And so, yeah, man. So hey, that's why we're under these curses, man. It's because the Lord is punishing us for our wrong, man. All right, for our wrong. Let's grab a quick verse in Baruch chapter 4 and verse 6. It says, you were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you moved the Most High God to wrath. You were delivered unto the enemies. See that, man? You see that? So we moved the Most High God, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, to wrath. How do we move him to wrath? By doing the things that he hates, man. By doing the things that are abominable, man. All right, like these other nations are doing, like eating pork, worshiping idols, okay, worshiping false gods, man. Okay, just following the ways of whatever these heathens do. Jake does that shit, man. All right, that's abominable in the sight of the Lord, and the majority of our people are still doing that, man. All right, and then wonder why they're getting fucked up the way they're getting fucked up right now, man. Okay. Yeah, let's grab Micah 7 and verse 9. It says, I will bear the indignation of the Lord Yahweh, because I have sinned against him. Until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, he will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. So that being said, knowing that we're getting punished, that we're getting cursed by the Lord, well, really, we're getting cursed by our own fuck-ups, man. Because the Lord told us from the get-go, man, that hey, if you will not hearken diligently to the Lord, that it shall come to pass that all these curses shall come upon you. The Lord warned us, man. The Lord told us. All right? The Lord didn't even have to warn us. He warned us, though, man. And what? Jake just basically didn't believe that the Lord was going to do that. So the Lord fucked us up, man. All right? So now what? Now we got to bear the indignation of the Lord, man. All right? We got to suffer patiently until Yahweh Shai comes back and cracks through those clouds, man. That's why we're chatting down Babylon, so we can get up out of this place, man. Get up off these curses. All right, get immortal bodies. Get away from being underneath the rule of our enemies. All right, being servants unto our enemies, aka slaves. All right, because the scriptures say, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, man. All right, we are yet this day in our captivity. Just because we're not in the hardcore, slavery times, does not mean that we're free. All right, we're still in slavery, man. We're still subject to payments. As soon as you get your fucking check, that shit's gone, man. That shit's gone, man. All right, hey, man, we're trying to get up out of here, man. All right, as soon as you try to plan a night out, go on a vacation, so to speak, some reason something always comes up and fucks it up, man. Now, don't get it wrong. You know, the Lord will still, you still have some good times. Don't get it twisted, man. All right, the Lord is merciful like that, man. There's gonna be days, of course, where the Lord will throw you bones, man. And you'll be good. All right, the Lord will let you let your hair down, so to speak, man. All right, but for the most part, you're gonna go through hell, man. All right, and you might as well go through hell and serve Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, because there's a reward at the end. All right, and you 2/3 out here, y'all are going through hell and going through these curses, but y'all not gonna get no reward, man. Y'all just gonna get fucked up with these other heathens, man. But the elect, the ones that return back to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, are gonna receive mercy and are gonna be delivered on this side, man. Okay, so Lord will, this was a quick and edifying lesson. All praises, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai Bahashim Rachakodash Shalom and the Baba Ball.